Born back again.
Am I live?
Ooh.
There it is. Ooh.
What's up, ladies?
Not much.
How you fuckers doing?
Hanging out, chilling out, maxing out.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Big time dust, dude.
So obviously we're back. Far and few between because podcasting out here is not relevant anymore. But
For the monthly podcast.
I'm just gonna say it because we always say it.
Every 3 shots we come out a month.
Yeah, pretty much just like your sexuality. Oh,
Just like everybody out, all our listeners getting laid.
when you bang down 3 shots, obviously,
God damn, they're only once a month? Oh, fuck.
just like your wife.
Yeah.
Anyways, back with another one, peeps. We got our stickman sitting in the hot seat right now. You see? So I figured I'd give him the night off since he doesn't do shit anyways as a stickman, and I'll run it. But so now we're here. So
That's brutal. That's mean.
what'd you tell me before we got
He
on air?
tries, dude. You know.
I said, like, let him run it.
What'd you tell me before we got on air?
I said, let him run it.
What did you tell me before we got on air?
Let him run it.
His exact words were, "Eric sucks at fucking this shit, so please will you run the sticks?"
I never said that at all. I never said that at all. I was like, if anything, I'm the greatest stick man ever. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, if you're talking
I'll
about playing
run that
tummy
shit.
sticks. Fucking,
I run that shit.
yeah, until you spooge into your fucking belly button. Listen back, people. He does it all the time.
Definitely. I feel bad for you outies. Know what I'm saying? Where's it go?
Save that shit for later.
I just dumped that shit in the trunk.
You think it's the fucking, what is it on Goonies? Truffle Shuffle?
Yeah,
Over here
that's
just
right.
fucking dumping out fucking ounces of fucking cum.
Dude, I tried to catch it. Right in there. Right in the belly.
You look at his chest, he's got a fucking bullseye drawn out on it and shit.
It's like
X marks the spot.
semen darts out here.
Semen darts.
No, I said let him run it. He'd be fine.
Anyways, what he really said was, you're incapable of running this fucking shit. And every episode you do is fucking garbage. And I was like, all right, well, just bring him on. You know,
my
ease him
God,
back
that's
into
not
it.
true at all. I was like,
You're such a fucking liar, bud.
every episode he does, like, if there is a stickman to be out there, listen up, stickman, take notes. This guy knows what's up. Okay? Not Aaron.
Obviously.
I mean, there's me, and then there's EC. Okay?
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you guys compete in tummy sticks.
We try to make
For
noise.
tummy stick supremacy.
There can be only
The
one. It's like
greatest-
Highlander.
Oh,
the greatest
God.
tummy sticker of all time.
Don't come first, queer. What?
God damn, it's cold down here in Arizona, right? Holy shit. Fucking wearing don't mind Aaron's beanie.
It actually
Yeah.
is cold in Arizona right
It's
now.
I bet it is. I bet it's
My
fucking-
mom was saying, because they're back in Arizona now, and she got up this morning to go for a walk. She said it was 29 degrees outside, which for Arizona, you think fucking 29 is cold as shit,
Oh, man,
dude.
the fucking sand's getting up and leaving. I'm going back to Egypt.
yeah, yeah, dude, get me out of here.
Get the
Fuck.
fuck. I bet it gets cold in the desert. It's got to get cold.
It gets real fucking cold out
I bet
there.
it does, yeah.
And actually, they say like the greatest temperature change like in the world happens in like the Middle East in the desert.
I thought it was like in the Sahara or whatnot.
Because it goes from like, in the hundreds during the day and it goes to like 70 at night, but it's like a 60-degree
Swing.
temperature difference.
Yeah,
so
and-
like I had a couple buddies that were in the Marines and they're like, dude, it was fucking like 75 degrees and my teeth were chattering like it was below zero because it was so fucking good.
What's going on?
Dude, that's
Yeah,
why
you're-
that's
you
why
got all the sweat on you and your body's just conditioned for the heat, and then all of a sudden it's like,
yeah, that's why they're all like getting
it's-
naked and doing like, the gay homo pile like from South Park, dude. Stick their jibs.
Stay warm out there, peeps.
that's-
U.S. military.
that's why like latitude and longitude matters where you train, right?
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Well, that's why they do training up
That's
in
why, like, if you're-
Seattle and Alaska and shit,
If we're going to war in like
people.
Africa, you're training in Texas. Like what longitude or latitude, right? East-west latitude.
Right.
What line lines up with
Longitude.
no,
Latitude's like a
south.
ladder.
Latitude. What? No way. Really?
Longitude, east to west. Latitude, north to south.
You have to look that up.
Why do you think it's called
true?
it's ladder? Latitude.
Is it longitude
I'm
east-west?
gonna give you some longitude. Anyways, continue your story and fucking it up. But
either way,
go ahead.
like,
people
so,
obviously
like-
don't listen to Joe for anything. We've talked about this. Go ahead.
So like our longitude, I guess, 47 degrees parallel equals up with Germany. Like that's why Yakima can grow all the hops, and same thing with Germany.
And that's why we have all the Nazis.
grow all
here.
the hops. Like if they were to fly over, if you were to take someone from Germany and transplant them here with never being here before, they'd be like, oh, I'm in fucking Germany.
Minus
right
the
now.
English.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm in Germany right now. So like that's crazy. Like,
That is the Red District.
so like with the military, like they probably send you to different
So they have different
latitudes.
It just depends on what job you have, but yeah, they the different biomes you train in, for
See
what
the biome in my pants right now.
for whatever whatever special forces guys and stuff, they train in the different biomes. So they have jungle training places, they have like
fuck
desert
that.
training, they have fucking like really cold level training. The woodland style training is actually out in the Colville National Forest. That's where they do all
Really?
that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
So
God, that's pretty cool.
for all the other branches, they have their own SEER, like survival, evasion, resistance, whatever,
I
escape.
see G.I. Jane. Yeah, I remember that.
Escape. So it's called SEER.
Welcome to Sear.
For Air Force, it's actually like a full-time job. You can have that as a job, and you can be a specialist in it, and that's out at Fairchild. And so they have that school out there, but they train. So every pilot that flies for the Air Force comes to Fairchild, and they do a SEER training course, and they take them out in like the Colville National Forest and shit, and simulate them getting, fucking crashing out of an airplane
that's
and doing all
crazy.
that shit. So yeah, you can, if you go out in the Colville National Forest, you can find it. It's out there, but it's pretty cool.
Walk up on them like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah,
When
and
you'll-
you're fucking murked.
And you'll see them for
Ain't
some
paintballs, bud.
If you ever are like cruising around downtown Spokane and you see like weird activity going on with like people like dressed fucking oddly, like they're, like from a 3-letter agency or something, it's probably somebody that's getting SEER training, and they're in like the escape portion of their stuff. Like they're in the, like, I've escaped from fucking being held hostage and
Yeah, the 3-letter acronym I was thinking of was CUM when they were running around.
oh yeah, dude, yeah. Jizz,
Like
J-I-Z. Congratulations,
It's,
Jism.
Circumstances under men.
Yeah.
CUM. Yeah. From what I heard. Gotta escape that shit quick, peeps.
Or you don't if you like
I mean,
it.
yeah,
You know?
look at Joe's belly button. Give me the.
Look at that swimming pool. Look at that
There it
swimming
is.
pool.
Right there.
There it is. God damn, dude. You're almost as wide as the fucking guy behind you.
Is the moon?
I'm blinding us out here. GoPro's picking it up.
Hi, didn't you bring up a question? You brought up a question to me like, why is space dark if the Earth's lit up?
Oh, yeah, what I said. Yeah, we got on this fucking thing about flat earthers earlier before the podcast because Eric was late. But we were sitting there talking, and I was like, it's kind of weird where you think the sun is generating all this heat and light, right? And so we feel it on Earth, obviously, through its rotations, people, and which gives us our seasons, blah, blah, blah. But from that much light that's coming to Earth, how come space is dark?
Well, I mean,
Well, how come there's not like a fucking
What you
like
just said, though-
like a UV light of like light just coming like
Like a
this?
flashlight?
It's the sun.
so you just
Darkness.
went on some straight bullshit. You talked
here we
about it
go.
rotating. The sun just comes up, and then it goes down, and it heats the under part of the Earth. That's where all
It's
the
like a-
magma
it's like
and
a
shit
fucking-
comes from. That's why it's hot down there, dude. That makes perfect
It's
sense,
like an oven.
dude. Yeah,
There is no space, bro. It's all
dude.
made up.
Dude.
Dude, these
that's a
flat
fucking
earthers
optical
are
illusion,
these flat
bro.
earthers are fucking getting their own mouthpiece out there hard lately. I've been seeing some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
So
We were talking
I
about
was
that
I was
earlier.
telling Aaron I joined these groups. Like I joined the Flat Earth Society, and I joined we
The
didn't land
Flat
on the
Chest
moon.
Society.
Yeah, we didn't land on the moon.
that's his first court case he got. So let's leave that one out.
I go on there. I'm like, yeah, the Earth is flat, but it's definitely fucking square. And they just rip into me, man. Like,
No,
it's
the
not
Earth is
fucking
flat. It's
square, you stupid fuck. It's like
that's-
in there.
That's what it sounds like when you tell me the Earth is flat.
It's square, like my pancakes.
It's a big fucking rectangle. God
What
damn
the
it.
fuck's wrong with you? It makes sense, right? It's got to be square.
Well, that's because Dave Smith got it right. Why do you think he's making square
Fucking
patties out here for
Truman
fucking?
Show.
I show them a photo of my 8x11 paper that I get.
Right?
Square.
How come paper's not
Paper
circle?
square. It's not circle.
The
Everything
fucking
on-
meat patties at
Yeah.
what's that fucking Dave Smith owns it? What is it called?
Wendy's.
Wendy's. There you go.
Square.
My fucking wife's name. Yeah, I can't think about it.
Yeah. He was the only one that came on and backed me because we don't cut corners.
Yeah.
We're finding out the truth.
Jesus.
But the way I proved, I'm going out there right now. Like I believe, I guess, that the Earth is round. But what I did is I took a quarter for people that, like, oh, the Earth is spherical. Okay, well, what if you spin a flat thing? If you spin a flat thing fast enough, it appears spherical. So I did it with a quarter. I flipped it. It's like, there you go. The Earth is flat but round at the same time. And I told my brother that, and he's like, you're a fucking retard. You know how fucking fast the Earth would have to be spinning? I was like, and then the Earth, and he's right, the Earth doesn't spin that fast, if anything.
How do you know?
My Hemi goes faster than the Earth. Well, it's like, what? Well, look it up. How much? I think it's 320,000 miles per hour.
But there's no space, so how have we observed the Earth spinning?
I think, well, ancient people figured that shit out. So, I mean, I'd hope
ancient people.
I hope Elon Musk is on the case out here. It's fucking.
I gotta love that.
No,
I'm starting to look this up, and the first thing that comes up here is because Joe's having some problems with it. It's like, how long does it take for hair to grow? Like, what? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's going on here?
How to masturbate faster?
Can I cut my pubes and put them on my head?
I'm curious, how fast does the Earth spin? It's probably not as fast as a quarter, obviously.
Yeah, because you're flicking a quarter that fast. It spins about 1670 kilometers per hour, 1,670 kilometers per hour.
That's fast.
That's fucking hella fast, dude.
Yeah, but how big is it though compared to a quarter? Like if you
How big is the Earth compared to a fucking quarter?
Not much bigger.
I know.
Well, the thing is,
this is 6 inches.
What is this? A set of
well, okay, all right. Look how fast does a drill bit spin in like a normal drill?
That's RPMs.
It's the same thing. Though.
RPMs and kilometers are not the same thing.
Well, the Earth is...
I mean, do you get pulled over? Like, I'm sorry, I was going 60 RPMs over.
In Canada, yes.
No, they're using kilometers.
But the thing
what do you want to know?
Like, the reason, like, why my quarter theory isn't true is because it's too small of a theory. Like, it's too small of a mass. Like, yeah, you spin a quarter, it's spinning, it looks spherical.
Okay, here we go. I did the translation for it. So it spins about 66,000 miles per hour.
That's fucking fast.
So I'm sure it's a little bit faster than that quarter you flicked. Because if you ever heard flicking beans, I guarantee if you flicked your wife's bean going that fast, it would just explode. Shooting her into orbit, son.
Okay, so maybe I have a point then. So maybe the Earth
ballpoint
could be.
ping.
So with you saying that then, and my brother being
You just
like,
proved his theory, dude.
maybe you proved my theory right. Like
What was the theory again? I
his
lost
theory
it.
was great.
If you flick a quarter that's flat, it appears spherical.
No, that's not your theory you're trying to prove. That's what you just told us, which obviously is true because we've seen it. Flick a quarter.
I understand that, but I'm saying the Earth would have to be spinning so fast
That it looks like it's not moving.
that it would look like it's a
So you
sphere.
would have to spin that quarter so fast, it looked like it was a solid object.
Yeah, and
you
that's
couldn't
where
see
my
it.
brother gave me shit. Like, we would be against the fucking crust like that.
Well, I think at 66,000 miles per hour, you're spinning pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, but the difference is mass.
Like, put it this way. Like,
It's always mass.
How
Mass-
how wide is the Earth in miles? I mean, does anybody know?
3
Around the world in 80 days. That's all I know.
6,203 miles across.
Okay.
But the thing is the Earth is so heavy.
All right.
We're-
So the Earth,
If it's heavy,
The
how
Earth-
is it? It's just floating. It's the Earth is just
rocks don't float.
Okay,
You've heard this before, Joe.
Okay, let me let me give you a different example. If I took a 45-pound weight, how much force would I need it to spin to look spherical?
66,000 miles.
A
per
lot
hour.
of fucking force because it has a way more mass. Yeah, I could flick a quarter. Yeah, but I can't flick that 45-pound weight. There's nobody on this planet.
But you could spin it.
Nobody on this planet can spin a 45-pound
With
weight.
2 hands, you could. Just grab that bitch and go like this.
No way. There's no fucking way.
Give me a 45 plate. I'll do it right now.
It's right behind. There's a 35-pounder right
No,
behind
you
There's-
said 45
there's
sound,
no
35 don't
fucking
equate.
way.
Sorry.
There's no way. So,
So the Earth is almost 8,000 miles across that one given point at the equator.
so I was at 6. All right,
So 8,000 and it's spinning 66,000 miles per hour.
damn.
So that's pretty fucking fast. So in
So-
1 hour, you're,
so what
you're
we're
traversing
saying-
it fucking
So
what?
as long as the Earth is
8
flat
times?
and spinning, it could be flat.
So the Earth spins 8 times in 1 hour.
Okay, but do you agree that the Earth could be flat if it's spinning?
No.
Give that illusion.
Yes.
I think it.
It's an optical illusion.
I'm all good.
Look at the pleats. Look at the pleats.
I'm all good for fucking a good conspiracy theory. I'm in. I like a lot of them.
You don't like that one?
I can't get behind. I can't get behind it, dude.
You love getting behind men too. Dude.
Well, I know, but so I guess if I had a good man tell me about something, I could figure it out. Like, oh, the Earth's flat, so is your ass. Oh, good in there.
Nice, dude. All raw, no lube, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think that would be the only logical reason that anything would look round is the spinning.
I mean, I've seen tits, and they're pretty round.
They are real round, dude. Real nice.
They don't spin.
Oh, yes, they do. You ever
When
been to a
you
strip
get 'em
show?
Woo!
Why do you think they call them titty tassels, baby? Those things are going
Spin
fucking
on
left
you like
and
a top.
South America. So, anyways, well, it's a good soft opening, boys. I mean,
Super like,
Jesus.
like junior year of football, dude. Limp boner, dude.
I can play like a limp boner,
dude.
Yeah. Shout out to fucking the one, the only, the
Coco.
gorilla, Coco.
Coco the monkey. Stanley Milgram. The man with a million names.
Oh, dude, dumb as a rock that hits him. What?
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I'm coming on.
Dude,
We should get him on.
we've had a lot of crazy shit going on in the world of football lately.
Yeah, there's a
Holy
whole lot of things I
shit,
want to
dude.
talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Wow. I mean,
I don't
I'd
want
say,
to talk about either one.
I'd say the biggest thing going on right now is the fucking monster coaching names that are gone.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Saban, Belichick, and then you have Pete Carroll and Vrabel. Like, fuck, dude. There's two GOATs and, two other really high-level coaches.
Well,
gone.
I heard a stat yesterday. I think it says this is the first year in the NFL, so since like '99, that there hasn't been a playoff year with either Peyton Manning or Tom Brady in it.
Fucking wild, dude.
So we've been watching them fucking for 24 years.
I mean,
in
I
playoffs.
have.
What?
I have
You have what?
been watching
AIDS?
them because Tom Brady.
What are you talking about? Are you drunk again?
You haven't been watching
already?
shit. No, you haven't been watching it. I mean, I
Your
know
eyes
you.
have been
I know you.
closed.
Open your eyes.
I mean, you still
Open your
watch-
eyes there, round eye.
I mean, you still watch the playoffs when Green Bay is
Talk
in
about
there.
playoffs?
I watch the playoffs regardless of who's in it. I was watching it today.
Yeah, but
Jesus, speaking of playoffs today,
it's not your team.
Flacco's wild card streak is going to end
Did
today.
they lose?
Dude, they were getting shellacked, bro.
It was nothing. No, it was 3-0 when I left.
Last time
against Houston.
Yeah.
Last
Houston
time I
was up
looked,
3.
last time I looked, it was 38-14. Flacco throwing 2 pick. Oh yeah, 45-14. Flacco threw 2 pick sixes.
Dude, I'm telling you, CJ Stroud's the truth, bro.
So like, I find that
Dynasty!
exciting. Like in my dynasty league, they asked like, "Hey, who do you guys like? What do you guys think about this year's playoffs?" And I was like, "Dude, I think it's exciting. Like we have teams in there that one have never won the Super Bowl,
Right.
two never been in there. Like fuck the 49ers,
And really,
fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Eagles. Like who I want to see to win is either Houston or the Lions.
Well, it's crazy because they were saying too today.
And
that
I'd rather
Houston-
see that Super Bowl.
It's Houston's first time ever. Well, not just Houston, but in the NFL, that's with a rookie quarterback and a rookie coach.
Yeah.
Have made the playoffs.
no, they're the third. They're the third rookie coach, rookie QB combination to make the playoffs.
I thought they said they were the first.
No, they're the third rookie QB coach to make it. None of them have ever won it.
Oh, okay.
But
I think is what I saw.
with the coaching though is we can go back to like the college championship game. Like how the fuck did UW make it?
Speaking of that, did you see the coach for UW just took the Alabama head coaching
I
job?
saw that shit. I was like, who the
His interview was pretty good. Did you see it at
No,
all?
I just saw the cliff notes.
He was just up there talking. He's like, he's like,
I thought Belichick was gonna take it. Like,
He's
ah,
like-
fuck it.
he's like,
They just swapped, and then fucking Saban goes to the Pats.
he's like, I love the University of Washington. He's like, and there's really only one job that I would have left for, and it's Alabama.
Really?
He's like, Alabama's the job.
The only shitty part about that is like again,
Yeah, but he
you
almost
and I
won. He beat Alabama. Like, why would you leave that? Like, as
They
a
didn't
coach,
beat
like,
they didn't beat Alabama.
No, Michigan
no,
did.
Michigan did.
Michigan did. Which I heard controversy about that shit. Like, they tried to give Michigan shit about like, oh, you're stealing signs, and then
on the UW game they fucking
And then
there was some shady
and then
shit thrown.
Alabama-
UW lost. Don't get me wrong, but
didn't
there was some shady shit.
Alabama hire their fucking one of their coaches from last year for just a 1 month period?
For Michigan.
Yeah, from Michigan.
I don't know. There's something that happened. Yeah, I remember you were
There's
talking
some
about.
crazy
But I don't
shit
know exactly
going on,
what.
Either
was
way,
100%.
like it was nice to see that it wasn't just Alabama versus Clemson or Alabama versus
Or Georgia
Yeah.
or something.
Right.
Like it was like, well, fucking Michigan made it, or
And that's
fucking
Michigan's
UW,
second
like,
title, right?
Holy shit, UW
Yeah,
made
In
it?
like 20 years.
I think 90 something, 96. It's a
Maybe.
long time ago.
And like, where did UW come from? Isn't WSU better than UW
No.
when it comes to football?
Well, that guy that Dorn or however the fuck you say his name,
Keith Dorn
Dorn?
or whatever.
yeah,
Going to Cowboys.
he turned UW around. He's a good coach. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
really good coach.
He's only been there, 3 years?
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere.
Which going back to the whole Saban thing and leaving, like I get that Alabama's the front runner, the pinnacle. Like if you want to be someone, you got to fucking be Alabama or pretty much anything in the SEC, right? But that's the main spot. But what sucks is you have that coach who just took UW and made them relevant again in 30 years. And it's awesome to see UW, even though the Pac-12's completely decimated. There is no Pac-12 anymore, so that's a
Pac-2.
whole different thing, right? But it just sucks that I wish he would have stayed with the school and continued on, like making that another powerhouse.
Oh, man, you gotta
but
make-
also,
you know,
I
you
don't
make
care
my
because
nut.
there
Fuck you.
is no Pac-12 anymore. So you can't
Yeah, that's true.
like you can't go, oh fucking Oregon's looking good this year. Maybe they'll make it. USC, regardless if you like these teams or not, but at least they're in my eyes like our hometown. And it's college, and so we have the Pac-12, and everyone shits on it. It's like,
it's
dude,
our conference.
yeah,
right?
let's fucking.
There is no conference anymore.
No, and so that's what really sucks is someone who loves college sports.
Well, I mean, it's college.
like-
It's college football too. Like, calm down.
yeah, but college football
Calm
is
down.
like Eric and I have talked about this is debatable as being better than pros.
No,
You know, because you're not.
It
you're
used
not-
to be.
no.
I liked college football a lot more than
No.
pros.
Yeah.
NIL has killed that for me.
Right.
It's just I used to love bowl season. Bowl season was the fucking greatest
Yep.
college. It was the greatest
And
sports.
it meant something.
It was the greatest sports spectacle of the year besides March Madness, right? But NIL's killed that because you have these fucking players that, it's like, oh, I didn't make it to the playoffs or I didn't make it to the Natty. I'm not going to play now. And then they don't play in their bowl games. So the bowl games don't mean shit.
Right.
And then they announce they're leaving and going to another school before the fucking season's over and just bullshit like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, man. Like,
Right.
NIL, it's cool. If you want to leave your school, you should have a window to leave your school after the season's over.
Same with coaching.
And same with coaching. You cannot leave your program until it's over. And on that note, like our high school coach,
I was just gonna
right?
say, shout out to fucking
Yeah,
Jeff Choate,
yeah,
man.
shout out to Jeff Choate, dude, for becoming the Nevada Wolfpack coach. But like, you wonder, would Texas have beaten UW if he was there?
Well, here's the
Right?
other thing
He's-
about that too.
He's a
If
D coordinator,
right, and if he's on, I mean, here's the thing, and unless you played with us, like like Choate brings something, that X factor to the football game. He's not just a coach; he's the player's coach, right? The epitome of what a player's coach is. But he's fucking good and he's hard. So, would he have spruced up the D a little bit more? Like, hey, motherfuckers, this is a fucking game we need to win.
Yeah, I mean,
So going with what you're saying, yeah, maybe.
you wonder how his calling of the game would have gone differently, and if that would have changed it, right?
Well, and then on top of that too, okay, say he doesn't take the Wolfpack job. He wins with Texas against
maybe he takes the Washington job.
exactly. That's exactly my point. If he would have waited until the rest of the season was done, maybe now he's getting now imagine him being the head coach of UW, son.
Are we talking
Are you
college?
fucking kidding me?
Okay, so I have a
Like-
theory. Like, I think Belichick's either going to go to the Chargers or Seattle. I really hope he goes to Seattle. Please go to Seattle.
Who?
Belichick.
I think he's done, dude.
Yeah,
I think he might be done too.
I mean, all like that whole like what they say it was between Saban, Pete Carroll, and Belichick.
I
It's
think
like 100 and something years of
But
coaching.
I think he
That's
needs
fucking
more.
crazy.
I think he needs one more than Brady though. Like, or he has to catch Brady because Brady has one more ring than he does. Well, that's not true. He won 2 with the Giants, which we all forget about.
but he wasn't the head coach.
No, he was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So he has more rings, but he wasn't the head coach or a player, right? Like
That's true.
Being like a
But what's harder though, being a coach or being a player?
I think it's a coach, to be honest with you, because the player's going to play, and you're going to have good days and off days. But ultimately it comes back down on the coach, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the Chargers gave up that one night against the Raiders, and the coach was fucking at it.
That's what I mean. It's more it's more on the coach. Like,
Well, yeah, because as a coach, you have to have player buy-in, and if you don't, you're fucking goner, dude. You're not gonna last there. And so
it's probably what happened with Vrabel. Even though
the
everyone
thing-
loves
but the
him,
thing
I bet
is,
you.
like,
I mean,
no.
The thing is,
one
though,
of the
like,
thi-
how do you coach professional athletes, though?
all prima donnas besides the couple good ones you get.
I did see something about Vrabel really pissed off the front office because during his Hall of Fame induction speech, he said he made a comment and he was like, he thanked Robert Kraft and he was like, there's really great organizations out there and really good people in those front offices and, don't take those things for granted because not every place is the same. And the Titans got real pissy about it.
But he's not wrong.
He's not.
I mean,
He's not. And
That guy already won 3 Super Bowls. The Titans head coach played for the Patriots.
right.
yeah, he was a stud.
That's what I mean.
And,
Yeah,
and,
he's a
and the
badass.
players love him. And, how do you – it's kind of one of those things, right? Like, you're never going to win great games with Ryan fucking Tannehill.
No,
You
but
know,
he's
dude.
fucking winning.
He was winning like a machine, and he had Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but he
and-
had Derrick Henry.
and-
He gets old, though. Like, every tackle,
but,
10 years on his life.
you think about the stable they used to have. They had A.J. Brown. They had some fucking
got rid of A.J.
studs.
Brown,
I know,
yeah.
dude. They gutted their lineup, and he was still winning games.
Right.
So
I told my dad,
he's a
too.
good coach. He'll land somewhere.
I told
else.
my dad, too, with the Eagles, like, if they don't fucking throw it to A.J. Brown, every game.
He's
'cause I
out
had-
now, isn't
I
he?
had A.J. Brown on my fantasy. Is like, every game they do not throw to A.J. Brown is every game they lost. And if you go back to look at all their losses, A.J. Brown had like 5 targets. What are you fucking doing?
What do you guys
He's your
think about?
greatest fucking player on your fucking team, minus your O-line and your quarterback. Throw the fucking ball.
What do you guys think about potentially if Vrabel takes the UW job?
I don't really care about college football. So
I mean,
Hey, entertain it, okay?
I mean,
it's a podcast.
he's a player's coach, so he's gonna do.
That's what I mean.
He's gonna do well anywhere he goes because he's a player's coach. People love that guy. And there's another.
Or does he go back to the Pats?
There's another.
I mean,
well, that one guy
think
already
about
took
that.
the Pats
yeah,
job.
we already got the Pats guy.
Pats guy already got hired.
Oh, I didn't see it. Who's that?
Some black dude.
Mayo,
Mayo. Yeah.
Mayo,
Oh.
Gerard Mayo, or
Gerard
something
Mayo.
like
yeah.
Oh, Mr. Mayonnaise?
I mean, he'll be fine. I don't know. As a Pats fan,
that. Here's the thing with the Pats.
I don't know.
Here's the thing, like.
That's a racist fucking club
It's
up
the,
there.
it's
Trust
the,
me.
It's the same fucking. It's the same.
What's the other mayonnaise?
It's the same dilemma
No one
that
likes
guy
besides
at
Stroud?
Alabama has. You're coming in for a goat.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't know about that. Okay, first of all,
it's going to be hard.
First of all-
It's going to be hard to replace a goat, dude.
First of all, I have a very okay. I could see like being an NFL coach, like Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll. Like I hate Sneaky Pete. Like I really just hate that guy. It's like I will never root for Seattle until he's gone. Now I might root for them.
I'll never root for Seattle,
Yeah, what are you
regardless.
talking about?
But he's,
And
I didn't like him either.
If Bill Belichick goes to Seattle, I'll be like, that'd be hilarious and fun. But he's
I just think they're too old, man. They probably want to enjoy some time left for the
he's
kick
not
the
old.
bucket.
Pete Carroll's 72. Bill Belichick's like 10 years younger than him.
I think Pete Carroll's like 77.
The
dude.
thing is,
I think he's
like,
almost 80.
It's Alabama. Like I don't know. Like maybe I'm being naive and dumb, but it's like how do you justify being the greatest of all time when you get the greatest of all the players every year?
But who-
Who are you talking about?
You own a Ferrari shop, and when your rookies sign, you give them a Ferrari. Like, who isn't signing with Alabama? That is not great. That's what I'm
Well-
saying. Like, how is Saban good when he was the assistant coach to Bill Belichick? Is what I'm saying.
Saban's a stud, dude. When
I
you-
think they fucking both leave and
understand-
start their own
I
football
understand
club.
that, but is it Alabama's program that's stud, or is
No.
it the coach?
No,
It's the
you got to
coach.
think Saban started from nothing. He didn't take over a great fucking
He
program.
didn't start
when
from
took,
nothing. He started with fucking Bill Belichick.
No. I'm talking.
They tried to bring the Browns.
I'm talking
up.
about Alabama. In sense, when he took over Alabama, Alabama wasn't this fucking huge powerhouse. They were good. They were good in the SEC, but they're top 4 schools, and they bounced back and forth. And then he took that club and made it what it was. And then from being so good and playing in the SEC, then you get all these fucking D1 college kids, coming out of high school who want to fucking go and play for the best team ever because now they have a higher chance of getting to the pros. Like, look at his stats where it said how many like first rounders he produced, something like
fucking insane.
70
it's
or some
because-
shit.
but
Like
you-
first round
It's
picks.
because, like, let's say, like, you're a linebacker, 6'4", 280, fucking monster. Are you going to go play for Florida, or are you going to go play for fucking Alabama? Where
Well,
you,
that's Florida, it's like a party.
But that's because of that's what he
are,
did.
are you guaranteed? Are
he
you
did that.
guaranteed NFL if you go to Alabama?
But that-
Guaranteed.
But that's what he did. That was all him. Look at what he did. I mean, do you,
That's fair. Like, good for him.
Do you
Like,
know-
other coaches should have.
but do you know what he did at LSU?
No, I only know him from the Browns to Alabama.
He won a national title with LSU.
No way.
Yeah, he won a national title with LSU. When he was the LSU coach, his record versus Alabama was 4-1.
Right.
So
Oh,
he
he
played
beat
he played Alabama 5 times and beat them four times.
Right.
He's a stud. I saw this thing today, and it was showing his stats versus the SEC.
He should come to the
His
coach
stats,
Patriots. Let's go.
His stats versus the SEC, they were unreal. He bushwhacked every fucking SEC team that he played as a coach. For
Well, his-
LSU
yeah.
and Alabama.
That's-
and so, you know, NIL, I think, actually did him and Alabama a disservice. NIL.
Yeah, he should have went to like the I don't know. Like, do you guys feel like I don't really watch college games like as you guys do? Do you feel like they're relevant? Like, does it make sense? Like, how did UW make it? First of all,
Well, you got to look
like,
at what they were building.
Like, are the seeds like there's so many fucking schools out there. There's
Turn
so
these down a
many.
little bit.
There's so many divisions out there. Like, and we see it with basketball every year. Like, there's some random like Christian school that makes it, and they beat Duke, and like, they're trying to make it like how what's the scale in your guys' mind to, let's say, like Alabama being the greatest collegiate school in football compared to the pros? Like, how far off are you from them? Like, is like Alabama down
pros
here
are
or the pros up
No,
here? Is Alabama with
anytime
the pros?
if Alabama, you took Alabama's best year, best team, best all-stars on it,
And the
whatever.
pros would beat 'em.
And you played the shittiest NFL team, like say the no-win Browns.
Like the Patriots.
The Browns are going to beat the pants off of Alabama.
Now
Alabama might have a chance in some ways if they all, if you got Saban yelling at them and doing shit, but more than likely, they're going to fucking lose because you're now thinking of like
the
if
1%
Alabama
of the
produces
1%.
say
Okay.
Alabama produces say that year 1 first rounder and maybe 10 NFL draft picks, right? Now, who knows what's going to happen with them in the NFL for their career? But you're looking now at the 1%ers on that Browns team who were all first round picks, second round picks, third round picks, and they're playing in the league against these first round picks. The elevation of the game is higher.
I get
it's
that.
like taking
That makes sense.
the
So,
best
like-
high school team you could think of in the country and play them against a D1 school.
That leads
I
to
don't
my
give a shit.
point.
It's
Unless you go to that school, like, why?
by the way, Saban's record at Alabama was 292, 71-1.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get out of here, dude.
But also, like, I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to shit on collegiate sports. I think that's like where it should start and should build from and be everything. But when you put up the 1% against the 1%, like the NFL is the 1% of collegiate athletes. Like, how can you justify that one school is better than another school because you play Louisiana Tech? Like, look at like the schools he played. Like, you're not playing fucking.
Well, Alabama
You're not
is.
playing the fucking best of the best every week. You're playing your.
That's the
fucking
argument.
division.
That's the argument of why people say the SEC is the best.
That's why I don't watch college.
Because you have
or care for
you got
it.
Bama,
Like, just let them
you got
play. Have fun.
LSU, you got Georgia, you got fucking Florida State.
No, they're
Florida?
They're ACC.
I thought one of the Floridas
Florida
were.
is Florida, Texas A&M. Now you have Texas. You have Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Yeah, I mean you're loaded. But to get back to the point that you were saying before, if you take the 2018 Alabama roster and you play the NFL, I think they'd probably beat the. They would be in
Majority of them?
They would be in the lower half of the league, but they would win a lot of games, dude. That team was fucking.
I don't know, man.
Dude,
I don't know.
dude.
Think about when Florida was like was
dude,
fucking
okay,
stacked.
That's what they should do in the NFL. They should take the bye teams. The bye teams have to play the best teams in college.
Jalen Hurts, Jerry Jeudy, Devonta Smith, Trayvon Diggs, Josh Jacobs, Mac Jones,
Yeah,
Henry Ruggs,
That team would have fucking wrecked.
Tua. They had.
I don't know, dude. I don't. See,
They had Tua. They had Jalen Waddle.
they were stacked, dude.
Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like,
Dude, that
I would like to see it, and I would hope that they would win. I just, being practical, I don't. I see their fucking O-line just getting murked.
That team.
Think about how one good linebacker on the NFL team can decimate another NFL team.
I feel like we're like,
imagine that.
I feel like we're soccer chicks right now, trying to be like, we can play against them, man.
Yeah, fucking bring it. We get
Like,
fucking wrecked.
No, dude, I don't like. There's a difference between. I understand, like, it's one thing I wanted to experience in my life, and obviously never will. Maybe with like my kids, if they do it, is what it's like to be in a professional program. Like those guys have fucking.
Oh yeah, no, it's top notch.
If he's hungry, he getting a sandwich. My foot hurts. There's fucking 9 fucking people rubbing that shit out. Like, what's wrong with you? What's going on?
I just looked up Saban's record too versus the SEC. So his conference, 161-33.
Okay.
Like, get the fuck out. You only play 10 games a year, bud.
So-
what the fuck?
The 2018 Alabama roster has 44 NFL players on it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Dude,
if you go to Alabama,
NFL rosters are 53 people, dude.
Right.
They had 44 on that fucking team. And you know what? 3/4 of those are fucking superstars in the NFL.
Well,
So-
you just named all of them minus Ruggs, who's in jail.
So that team could have done some damage. I saw this thing on them the other day. They only gave up they gave up the least amount of points in a championship, like from a team. 8 points a game was their average to give up. They bushwhacked people.
Yeah, that sounds like a bunch of shit because now people are getting 2-point conversions on your ass.
But yeah, I mean, I think the biggest transition that's hard, the two positions that are the hardest to transition from the college game to
is
the
male
program,
to female.
Yeah,
Right.
really hard,
Yeah.
really hard when you got to flay it and tuck.
But if you go female to male, you're
Easier,
good.
dude.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy,
You just
easy,
fucking, you paste it on, you're good to go.
Yeah, dude.
pull
Right.
that shit right out.
but
Belly button.
wide receiver and DB, hardest two positions to fucking, wide receiver is, it's the hard part for a lot of wide receivers that look like studs in college is that now they might play against one good DB a year. Now they're playing almost everybody's good.
Yeah.
And that's the position where that's in the college game. That's why you see so many big passes, right?
Yep.
Like when you look at UW, they were fucking throwing wild this year, dude. Like the long bombs,
Dude, their quarterback's throwing fucking right-handed and he's left-handed.
Yeah,
That's
so-
fucking crazy, dude. I can't wait to see that shit in the pros.
That's the biggest
Or
transition.
Patrick Mahomes. Oh my God, he did this.
No.
Fuck
Dude,
Patrick
you gotta
Mahomes. He's
understand.
garbage.
This quarterback,
Penix
Jr., fucking is left-handed. He rolls out to his right and throws dime pieces with his right hand. Ambidextrous quarterback, I've always said since I was a kid, dude, if we had an ambidextrous quarterback,
left.
I'm not an ambi turner. It would be fucking amazing. And we might see that shit. But his passes with the right hand, I just lost your camera. Would be fucking
It's flashing at me right now.
yeah, it's
Is it back?
It's off.
Is it good now?
No, it's off. I'm telling you. So fix that.
I can't if it's like a battery thing, right?
I don't fucking know. You think I'm a fucking
Tech guru.
a camera? Why are you doing mine? I'm not a cameraologist, bud.
Comologist.
Come on, well, that I am to myself.
You are definitely a comologist.
Comologist Hera, baby.
No, but I think that there's typically a coaching carousel every year, but when you have when you have huge names like we had this year, I think it definitely makes it like, whoa, wow,
Right.
makes it different, but we'll see. I definitely think that, you look at the pros this year and looking at this playoff picture, no team is, you look at it every year, there's always like one or two teams that you're like, fuck, they're good, dude.
Right.
I don't feel like that about any of these teams.
Right.
I don't-
No, it makes sense.
I don't feel like any of these teams are like, wow, they're going to win the Super Bowl. I thought that about the Niners at one point. I was like, fuck, they look unbeatable. And then you see them in a couple games, you're like, well, maybe not. And I think it's pretty much an open game.
Well, the same thing that happened like with the Eagles, right? Everyone's like, oh, the Eagles are going to repeat. They're fucking hitting it. And then you see them play good teams and just get decimated.
Yeah,
it's like, wow,
okay.
dude, you guys look like shit.
Yeah.
You know, oh, what's Hurts gonna do? Run it again? Like, you know, they all fucking know.
It's the Cowboys effect, right? They look really good one week, then the next week they look like shit. Then they.
Well, we can all agree with the Cowboys. They got to get rid of their fucking quarterback. Okay, he is not like I would rather take Tannehill over him, even though he puts up big numbers. He just it's the craziest shit, dude. He reminds me of like Sanchez that played for the Jets. Like, here we go, butt fumble, you know, and it's just coming out every time. I don't know why. It's like otherwise you look at the Cowboys on paper and how they play, like their defense for the last 3-4 years, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then they
their
just
offensive
shit the
line's
bed.
always fucking crazy good, dude. Jesus. You could drive fucking trucks through the holes those guys make for fucking running backs.
Yeah, you know, but Prescott, man, I'm saying it first here, fucking people. Get rid of Prescott and you guys might win. Like, you might win more. Even though he puts up crazy numbers, I get it. But he's not consistent through week to week to week.
Well, it was the same thing like Romo. Romo put up fucking crazy numbers and could never win.
That's because he was concussed 90% of the time, getting fucking knocked around
Troy
back there.
Troy Aikman effect
Got
back
the
there.
fucking shivers.
Yeah, dude. You know,
Doodle legs.
I don't know. I don't know. Looking at, I guess it's just going to be who gets hot that week because everybody has shown that they can put up big numbers, and everybody's shown that they can play football, but they're just so inconsistent that it's just going to be last man standing. Whoever can put together the best game, that's who's going to win.
Well, fuck, dude. If Texas is coming out and dropping dime pieces on what? Would you say 44?
45.
Jeez, like I don't know what's going on with that, but again, they've restructured, and they're like the epitome of being crap. We're gonna restructure this organization, start fresh, and they've done it in a few years. Like, kudos to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they got C.J. Stroud, which I mean, yeah, they're great in college. Okay, sure. You're not really gonna know what they do if they're gonna translate over to the pros, but fuck, dude, for a rookie, he's doing pretty fucking good.
Yeah, he's done really well, especially with, you know, just gamesmanship and management. He's done a great job because threw for a really, really high number in terms of yards, but his touchdown to interception ratio is fucking insane for a rookie.
Right.
Like, I mean, you look at it, he was one of the tops in the league this year. Not just rookie, like he was top in the fucking league, dude.
You know, like, sorry, where's your camera at?
Mine?
Yeah.
Is it this one right here?
Yeah, I have that one.
It's the one on my pants.
You can keep going.
What's going on with that one?
Battery's dead.
It's a dead bat.
Hold on.
Yeah, so it's just interesting, you know, but it's crazy to see, you know, the transition though from college to pro, and the college this year and over these last few years has bummed me out because I loved college football. It was my fucking favorite, and NIL and the conference realignments and all this shit's just fucking ruined.
Well, that's the one thing I don't understand. Like, if you're gonna align a conference, okay, but in my opinion, if you're gonna like look at it as like the Premier League in soccer, right? You're gonna bring someone in, you got to bump a school out. You can't just fucking go. Now we're gonna be 20 teams strong. You're not even gonna play each other.
Yeah,
you know that's the whole thing. So now you're not gonna have any out of conference play because you're 20 deep. Like, you know, say you stick to the format of a 12-team league. Okay, cool. Well, if you're bringing in UW, man, then you got to kick Old Miss out. Like, you know, it has to be something around these lines instead of these power conferences, because what's going to happen if they allow it is you're going to have a lot more independent schools, which isn't necessarily bad, but it does fuck you up with the NIL. Hence, look at Notre Dame, and it's just going to be we're going to have two big conferences. Like, that just seems weird.
It's
you know,
well,
like
the stupid thing is you look at it as they realigned and these guys went to these conferences thinking like, oh, we want better brand recognition or whatever. But now if they would have stuck with the 4-team playoff, you just fucked yourself even worse.
Right.
As a Oregon, a UW, you know, USC, like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to go to the Big Ten and I'm going to be in there with Ohio State, Michigan, like all these fucking big schools. And now there's going to be way more competition to make it into the playoffs. With a 12-team playoff, that changes. It looks a little different, but still, now you just brought 4 teams from the Pac-12 into the Big Ten, and really 3 because, you know, fucking UCLA is not great. They're dog shit. But, you know, so now there's 3 more teams in the fucking Big Ten, and now you're going to be playing Ohio State, Penn State, fucking Michigan. You're going to be playing those, you know, 1, 2, or all 3 of those schools. You think you're going to win every fucking game like that now?
Right.
You know, so it's like, okay, cool. you just added more competition to yourself, and you want to make the playoffs?
Well, see, here's the other thing too. Is like, okay, so in the FPS, you have 10 conferences, right? So now, finally, they've restructured it, and they're going to the 12-man playoff, which is great. And however, there's no longer going to be 10 conferences. So what I've always said, like, to make it easy, which sounds easy to me, is if you have now, you go to the 12-man playoff team or playoff championship, perfect. Why not take the winner of every conference? Now there's 10. Then that leaves you with the 2 independent schools, or maybe through your 1 through 25 ranking, if you have an Alabama and LSU are 1 and 2, so they lose the championship game, but they're still in because they're number 2. And you take one of those, like out of whatever conference you want to think of, Big 12, Pac-10, whatever. Then you make your 12, and then you go. So now you have your conference champions playing, and you have like a 2 wild card, if you will, and then structure it that way, almost like how the NFL does it. Like, you got to win your conference to get in.
Yeah, but
you know, and I'm not saying it's the best way, but it's a lot better than this bullshit AP poll motherfucking shit. Oh, we voted this way. You should be number 1, number 2. And then people get scourged out between 4th and 5th place because they just happen to have to play each other.
Yeah.
Where they only get beat by a late field goal, 1 second left, and it's been a fucking brutal headbunter, and they just went back down to like 8th place now. Now you're out. Get out of here. Like, allow the motherfuckers to play, because 1 of 2, sure. 2 of 2, who knows if they fucking lose again.
Yeah, but, you know, I think definitely there is, like, that is the issue that they had, but then you also look at, like, it kind of showed really well. People were pissed that Florida State didn't make the college playoffs. They got fucking boat raced by Georgia, right? So yes, there has to be some type of a human element to it in looking at, like, their roster, their resume, all that kind of stuff.
I don't disagree with that.
Because you get some of these,
but it's like politics, baby. Like, everyone's playing something, paying someone, fucking someone, sucking something. Monica Lewinsky.
But some of these, my man's got his cigar in his pocket that was soaked in there, dude.
Me.
He's back, baby.
But, like...
Oh, we lost Joe for a minute.
I think, you look at, like, what was that school, Liberty? They were fucking like 13-0 this year, and they got boat raced in whatever playoff game they were in. So,
that makes sense.
But they were a conference champion, so you would put them in a playoff over like a Florida State?
I think so.
No way, dude.
I think because, one, it shows you, like, you got to win your conference first. Like, that's the main goal. Then you get to the dance. It's the same shit that we watch with Gonzaga sucking dick like they always do. Like, we're going to fucking, we're top 25, we're top 1, whatever. Yeah, but you can't bang low. So let everybody see that Gonzaga cannot fucking win a national championship because they fucking suck.
But March Madness is a 64 team bracket. So it's there's 64 teams. So that's way different than like 412.
Yeah, but look how many schools are playing D1 basketball. I mean, we have 10 conferences that we're talking just D1 conferences for football. You're talking now you have, the fucking Idaho Pacific Conference, the Sun Belt. We got all these motherfuckers who potentially can make the NCAA basketball tryouts. This is specifically for D1 football. So I think it allots itself a little bit differently. Yeah, but
not really, because you look at the power conferences for basketball, and most of them have 5 or 6 fucking schools in it. Most of them have, you look at like the Big Ten. I think the SEC last year had like 7 fucking schools in March Madness.
Right.
So, it's like, it's just different because of the sheer size of it, and the way the games are played are so different. I think, in basketball, you can afford losses. In football, when it was the 4-team playoff, you couldn't.
No.
Now with the 12-team playoff and the conference realignment, it's going to be inevitable that you're going to have.
I think we'll know more once the conference realignment's done and they get the dust off of it, and we can all look at it and be like, "Yep, this is why we fucking hate it."
Well, yeah, because now you look at like Texas is in the fucking SEC now. Jesus, dude. Okay.
I think it's like with like college football, it's like you have to prove yourself. All right. You're in this conference, you didn't win, but you went 15-0 or 16-0 or whatever the fuck they play. Next year, all right, you get bumped up to a conference. It's the same thing that happened with like WSU, right? Like, or UW, different schools, like they get moved to different conferences. Like, if you're not in the top top conference, like with Alabama, LSU.
Well, that's what I mean by
SEC, like you're not gonna. Why would we care to watch you in the championship game? Like we're not gonna watch. Like even though NFL scouts,
Pac-12 had some bangers. They've been producing for years.
Even though NFL scouts still pick people outside of those conferences, they're like, oh, like this guy is a great quarterback. This is who you need. Blah blah blah. They're not winning in Natty.
Well, not Villanova. Who
Like,
went to fucking Idaho?
Peyton Manning never won a
Lineman?
Natty championship.
You did.
Like so.
No.
Who?
There was a lineman that went to fucking University of Idaho. I said Villanova. It's not right.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
But no, I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Peyton Manning went to Texas.
No.
Even Arch Manning's in Texas right
No,
now.
no, he went to Tennessee.
Peyton Manning
Tennessee.
was
Oh
at
yeah, Tennessee, and he never won a championship.
And then his brother went to Ole Miss.
But he still got drafted to the NFL.
He was a stud.
Well,
in
there's a
college,
difference
yo.
between when you're an outlier and you're the fucking like. When you're
Same
the
thing.
but also you
But
can,
the thing
but you
is-
can look at good teams too. Like think of what was his name, John David Booty, the quarterback for USC.
Yeah.
Who they were winning, and he was built around a stud
Can
fucking
you
thing. But
name-
he didn't go to the pros.
Can
he
you
didn't do
name
shit.
the 5?
Sanchez was the same way
Can
too.
you name the 5 quarterbacks that are drafted before Tom Brady? And none of them.
You think I cared about the draft in '99?
Not one of them.
I was chasing my own dick.
Not
dude.
one of them went to one top fucking elite school. Besides Giovanni Cavarzi, like the guy that went to 49ers. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, but Tom Brady wasn't great in college.
No, he just played in the system.
I don't know if that's true or not. I think he was pretty good in college. He played for Michigan.
Yeah, he wasn't great.
He went against
I mean, I'll say it right now. J.J. McCarthy was a better quarterback at Michigan than Tom Brady was.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think Tom
What?
Brady was great. Like he threw for 310 yards.
Well, I can
and
tell
2
you
touchdowns in
100%
2
that's true
quarters.
because
So, like,
he
I
also
don't know.
never won a fucking national championship
Yeah,
with,
you look at
with Michigan.
He won the Orange Bowl against. He won the Orange Bowl against Alabama.
Hey, Stickman, pull up J.J. McCarthy versus
Don't be
Tom.
getting all testy with me,
versus
motherfucker.
Tom-
I'll put you back in the seat.
Pull up Tom Brady versus J.J. McCarthy's
God,
Michigan
what
stats.
the fuck was his name?
Dude.
The guy that went to played for the Yankees that he's going against.
Jim Harbaugh said it in an interview the other day. He's like, I'm not putting Tom Brady down because he's the greatest NFL quarterback to ever play the game. He's like, but J.J. McCarthy is the best Michigan quarterback ever.
No, Tom Brady is definitely by far.
Hands down, J.J. McCarthy was a better quarterback at Michigan.
Nobody wants Harbaugh ever. There are 4 fucking coaching NFL opportunities, and Harbaugh will not get one of them. Like
Yeah, he
nobody
will.
wants him. No,
If he wants it.
no way.
He most definitely will.
I need to see that stat where he says like I wouldn't want Tom Brady. Like that's fucking a lie.
He said it in one of his interviews.
Yeah, what the
in
fuck
last 2
was
weeks.
his name? Who did Tom Brady go against? And he was like a Yankee shortstop. Like, god damn it. Tom Brady was like amazing at Michigan State.
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. Sorry.
Making shit up over here. It's like, you don't know me. I'll find it here in a minute.
Yeah, you get a lot of guys there. College, they're studs in college, suck in the pros. And then you get a lot of guys that their college careers are pretty underwhelming. And then they go to the pros and they're fucking studs. Walter Payton went to fucking Jackson State, became the greatest running back of all fucking time, right?
Well, that's the thing is like you never know. Like NFL is so much. It's like up here. Like it's like in video games.
I'm
like,
even reading this off of MSN right here. I can't find the numbers, but it says Tom Brady agrees with Jim Harbaugh, calling J.J. McCarthy Michigan's greatest quarterback. He says, quotes, Tom Brady, no doubt he is. So,
it's just
came from the goat's mouth right there, bruh.
That's because Tom Brady's just a nice guy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
He is a nice guy, but I think that's what adds to the fucking allure and like the grandiose of Tom Brady is that he wasn't that great in college.
Drew Brenton. That's his name. Drew.
Don't fucking know.
He played for the Cowboys. Like Drew.
Couldn't tell you,
The
dude.
fuck is this fucking
Dude,
name?
you're talking about things when I was trying to like chase pussy. Like those years are fucking all about one thing exactly. Come back. I love you. Don't you like me?
That stinky girl.
No.
The fucking fish market, dude.
Dude.
Drew Hansen. That's who it was.
Oh yeah, the Hanson brothers.
It was
Drew
like
Hansen.
Right.
that fucking Afro
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
song. Morning, ladies.
So like Belichick was like, well, he always had to compete against Drew Henson, which Drew Henson was the #1 pick. He played for Dallas. He played for the Yankees. He was all around the world. And Tom Brady, the number 199 pick as a quarterback, like, you never know what you're going to get. Like, so that's why I said, like, I don't know. Like, if this guy gets, if the thing with quarterbacks is, like, if you get drafted, don't play first. Like, don't play your first season.
That's the problem, is that this happens to most quarterbacks that are drafted in the top 5, is they're drafted by dog shit teams, and they're thrown to the fucking wolves and expect to produce.
Yep.
And their careers are over before they begin.
Thank you.
Because,
yes.
Agreed.
Because it's like, you need to produce for me right fucking now. But when you look at quarterbacks who are actually put in that place, like, look at fucking Peyton Manning's first year numbers. They were not great. Right? So you look at some of these top quarterbacks, their numbers as rookies when they got thrown to the wolves, not great.
There's only one, Chad Pennington. That dude was a fucking monster.
Yeah, well, and now you have
He threw his shoulder out.
CJ Stroud.
Right.
He's probably right up there, you know, if his career progresses as it can.
With what he had to deal with Houston. I mean, he got Nico Collins. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have a lot of big names, but
he got Tank Bell. Like, come on.
You know, so that's part of the problem when you're a highly rated draft pick as a quarterback. You're expected to play, and playing at the pro level versus the college level is different. And it's because of what we talked about earlier, the DB change from pros
Your
to
window
college.
now needs to be fucking a gnat's asshole, not like, oh, let me just throw it up there and see what our number one does.
The hardest position in sports, whether it's MMA or not, is a quarterback, national quarterback. It's got to be. Like, whether you're Conor McGregor fighting in the octagon to being a lineman or whatever, the hardest position in sports has to be an NFL quarterback by far.
It's a very hard position, and
it's like something you can just come on and be like, from Alabama, and be like, oh, I'm gonna start throwing dimes.
But you look at it, most Alabama quarterbacks have not translated well to the pros.
Yeah, because they're going against Alabama defense.
Well, no, but that's the difference, you know.
They're system quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're system quarterbacks, and Alabama has always been built on really fucking stud defense and a huge offensive line
And a hard running back.
and they have stud running backs, and then their quarterbacks are able to just fucking dime it out to absolute stallion receivers.
So what makes in your guys' mind, what makes a GOAT quarterback? Isn't a quarterback supposed to be a system quarterback? Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, but the difference between like a system quarterback, like what Eric's talking about, compared to like your outliers, right?
It's hard for NFL.
There has to be a tangible
what's
thing.
What's a GOAT on the NFL field? Like, what position?
It has to be a tangible thing where
running back,
it's, you know, like, obviously I'm a Packers fan. I can talk about Packers quarterbacks, but it's certain things like Brett Favre would do. It was, you know, the first time you flipped it with the left hand, like, what is he doing? Like, it's that tangible, like, I got to make this play, so I'm going to keep trying to make these plays, not, oh, you're wide, so there's my touchdown, or I'm going to get sacked real quick. It's, what is he doing? Is the moving around tangibles. He's looking at the field. That's what makes Patrick Mahomes good, is he's seeing the field and making plays with his feet and his hands, you know, or, I mean, I fucking loved Cutler. Cutler, again, put into a system, a very bad system, but he's out there getting his dick beat into the dirt, getting up, being like, you know what? Fuck it, let me light that cigarette, boy. Here comes that dime piece. That's what makes a tangible quarterback in the NFL.
I never really watched football.
You got to watch what's going on.
I never really watched football until the 07 season when we lost to the Giants.
The boys up there rapping and tapping.
And, yeah, they are. And I was like, there has never been a quarterback in my life. Like, and this is to me as a fan what makes a great quarterback. Oh yeah. Whenever he steps back to throw it, it's going to be completion. Never had that feeling ever.
Well, it's the same
and
thing.
I told my dad, like I was like, Dad, you're gonna watch greatness right now. Yeah, I was like, Dad, you're gonna watch greatness right now. Every time he steps back to throw this,
I'm gonna touch myself.
He steps back to
Every time I think of you, I touch myself.
Throw this ball. Like there's never gonna be a question in my mind that he's not gonna complete this pass, and
except when he doesn't.
And then he completes it. He completes it every fucking time. And you're like, it's like watching Michael Jordan shoot a jump shot. That's fucking good.
Buckets.
There is not a quarterback in this league right now that I can say for 100% that I could watch throw a pass that's going to be completed, other than when I watched Tom Brady play. 99,
because he was 1 out of a million.
9% of the time that ball was going to be completed.
Well,
until he played the Atlanta Falcons in that fucking Super Bowl.
You were so drunk that day, dude. It was great. He was hammered past the fuck out in the fucking half.
I have
we had
the
to wake
DVD.
him up to finish the game when they came back. He's like, what? I knew they would win. It was like, you drink yourself. He drank himself so fucking silly. Dude, he passed the fuck out, and I had to watch the game by myself.
My wife bought me the DVD of that Super Bowl. It's still in
you
the
didn't get it on Napster?
It's still in the plastic wrap. I was like,
Nice.
I have not unwrapped it yet.
No,
I was like,
I mean,
there's no other quarterback could have done that.
To get back to the point, right? Like, being a quarterback is extremely difficult.
It's the hardest position
It
ever.
is, and one of the things that makes it harder is when you are thrown from a college stud into a program that's shit. Because if it's the
1% of the 1%.
Well, let's be real. If you're
I'm agreeing with Eric on this already.
If you're the number one draft pick, you're going to a shitty fucking team.
Yeah.
So if you're the number one draft pick and then they're like, oh, hey, look at our stable of dog shit here.
Right.
Let's take your college greatness and make these fucking turds, shine them up, polish these fuckers.
All he had was gold at college. So
Yeah.
it's like, how the fuck do you?
So-
okay,
where's
I
that?
agree with that. I agree with that.
So-
I understand what you're saying. Like, look at Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah,
Like, done
well-
all these
Well,
great quarterbacks.
and then you look at, so what happens is, and then if these teams are shitty, they get this quarterback, they draft him, and then if that coach doesn't win and that player doesn't win, then that coach is gone, and then that quarterback's there, and they get a new coach, and he's not that coach's guy.
Now he's got to learn a whole new system.
And this is what's happening right now to Justin Fields. This is exactly what's happening to Justin Fields right now. The dude was a stud in college. Look at all the fucking weapons he had in college. Ohio State was fucking stacked when he was a quarterback.
He had Matt Nagy. Yeah,
So and now he's got this Eberflus guy, and they're not in the beginning of the season. Last year, Justin Fields had almost 1,100 rushing yards.
He's going to Seattle.
He was the second. It was the second highest rushing yards in a pro career by a quarterback ever, and he only played in 15 games. So he missed 2 games last year, 2 or 3, and he's a stud, right? And then they come back this year, and they're trying to change him as a quarterback, his style to fit their system, right? To fit the system, and he's got nobody around him. So they go out this year. They bring in DJ Moore. DJ Moore's a fucking stud, right? This guy's an
if he can get the ball.
This guy's an all-pro.
He's a fucking monster.
Most people don't realize this year with Justin Fields in 14 games, DJ Moore had his best season as a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Best. He had his highest numbers as an athlete ever.
He did.
And so
he had Cam Newton on his team. And DJ Moore played with Cam Newton and that little dude.
I'd rather take fucking what's his face from Florida throwing me the ball than Cam Newton.
No, this isn't Cam Newton.
Why can I think of the white dude's name? What is his name?
This is like
the Christian who doesn't fuck.
This is when the Panthers made it to the Super Bowl. DJ Moore was on that team.
yeah, he's a stud.
He's a fucking great
yeah.
guy. He's great.
And so, but you look at that, right? And then so the Bears they get Justin Fields, DJ Moore, and they're like, it's time to produce, man. You got one athlete.
Yeah, getting double teamed the whole fucking time.
You got one receiver, a shitty offensive line, and one running back, and then he gets hurt, and then you're on your third string running back. So what I'm saying is it's really hard to come out of college as a top 10 quarterback pick. And if you don't produce it, then your career's over, and it's sad. It's really sad because then you look at a guy like Brock Purdy. Mr. fucking irrelevant.
Again, system quarterback with all the weapons around him.
Yes.
He's the Alabama quarterback. He's the Alabama quarterback in pros.
I fucking hate that word, system quarterback.
He's a system quarterback.
That's his job, is to throw the fucking ball.
Yeah, but
he's not supposed to run
hold on. You just brought up what makes you good in pros, what makes you the outlier of the quarterback position. This was your words that you brought up.
To do your job.
So now you have, put it this way. Lamar Jackson compared to Brock Purdy. Who do you want on your team?
Brock Purdy.
I want Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
Because here's the thing. You can put Lamar Jackson on any fucking team in this NFL, and he will find a way to win.
Nope.
You take Brock Purdy. Hold on.
Okay.
You take Brock Purdy. No, I'm talking here, bud.
Okay.
You take Brock Purdy, and you say you put him on, put him in fucking Chicago.
terrible.
Horrible.
Wouldn't last 2 years.
One,
and then
he
he'd be out
can't
of the
run.
league.
He's getting sacked every time that Fields is out there fucking making Patrick Mahomes-esque plays that no one's talking about. He's getting fucking his nuts shoved into the ground.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
he fits in because of the weapons behind him. He's only throwing 5,
First
10-yard
of all,
passes.
like,
I can do that
I've
shit.
already told
Probably
you-
won't complete them, but I can do it.
I've already told you on this podcast, and it will never happen.
You'll have sex with me. I know. We've got it on air.
No running quarterback will win a Super Bowl.
That's not true. Again, we've talked about this.
No designed running quarterback
Really?
will win a Super
What
Bowl.
happened with the fucking the goddamn
Name-
Eagles?
Name one
Eagles.
quarterback.
He runs all the fucking time. Don't tell me he
Jalen
designed.
Hurts is a dog shit thrower.
Okay,
Dude, designed run plays is what they call.
Okay,
Why do you
Jalen
think when
Hurts-
it's 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1, Hurts gets the fucking ball? He is a running quarterback.
No, it's because they designed their offensive line to
Dude,
go 2 to 3
Ben
yards.
Roethlisberger was way bigger and way big. I mean, I'm talking way bigger than a fucking quarterback than Hurts is, and they didn't run him that much. Okay, Hurts is a running quarterback.
No.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, running.
Did
He
he
is
win?
definitely a
Did
running
he win a
quarterback.
Super Bowl?
Hurts.
Yeah.
Did he?
Did he?
Did he, Joe?
No.
You tell me.
No, he did not.
Did he?
No, he
Did he?
didn't. He didn't.
Did he?
No running quarterback, and I will state this to this day because football is a positional
Who won
game.
the Super Bowl last year?
Won the Chiefs.
Who won it the year before?
Was it Tampa Bay? God, how old am I? Is it Tampa Bay? Was it Tampa Bay that won it before the Chiefs? The Chiefs beat the Eagles last year. I know that for sure. But I think it was I can't
Gotta
remember.
make sure where he's at. He's sober or drunk yet.
No. The Eagles never won the Super Bowl. I'm right about that. And I am right about a running quarterback. Do not have a running quarterback. With football and Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, and it should be called the Belichick Trophy, not the Lombardi Trophy anymore. Do you guys disagree with that? Like, I think it should be called the Belichick Trophy.
No, it should be called the Vince Lombardi just because that's tradition.
Where it started.
It's
Or
where-
it
it's where-
should be just get rid of the name
Why?
trophy because Belichick
Get rid
is
of the
way-
name. He won the get rid of the name trophy.
Because Belichick is because what did Lombardi face? Like, why does Lombardi
Whoa.
get to
That's
go on
like
there?
comparing fucking 70s athletes to fucking 2020 athletes. It's completely different. You just accept the heritage, love it, grow on, move.
Okay.
Kind of a deal.
Fair enough.
Okay, here's another thing going back to the quarterbacks real quick, and then we'll get off this whole football thing because we've been ranting about
No,
this.
it's fine. Football.
Is talking like what Eric was saying with like the system quarterbacks, who's coming in, getting thrown to the wolves with the fucking rookie quarterback coming out who's the shit in college.
As usually happens with
Not
quarterbacks.
using the Packers because I like them, but talking like, for example, is, look what they did with Favre when Aaron Rodgers came in. Aaron Rodgers was not like the top dog
Nobody
in college.
gave a fuck about. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
He was a good quarterback
Aaron
in
Rodgers
college.
went to Michigan.
No, he didn't.
No, he went to Cal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a Caltech.
He played with Marshawn Lynch.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
That's why they're
and,
boys.
Yep.
Not only did he not want to go to the team that he got drafted to, just like Eli Manning, he refused to go to that team.
What are you talking about?
He didn't want to be drafted by. He got drafted by someone else, and then
Who?
he got
Who?
traded.
Aaron Rodgers got drafted by the Packers.
I think you're talking about Eli Manning.
No. Aaron Rodgers got drafted by someone else, and then he went to the Packers. I'm pretty sure.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No. He was the
But
24th
I do remember you
pick or whatever.
when we were hanging
But
out.
he,
Like, I do remember
he
Packer
sat
fans
behind-
Like, nah, I don't want to be a fucking Aaron Rodgers.
He
Fuck
wanted
you."
to go to the
You guys-
Niners, is what he
none
wanted
of
to
you
do.
Aaron Rodgers fans, and you can admit this, ever had Aaron Rodgers back, and that's why he always had a chip on his shoulder.
What are you talking about? I always have Aaron Rodgers back.
In the beginning, they didn't.
Why wouldn't you though?
I always had his back, dude. But that's the point that I'm getting to, is he sat behind Favre for
Yeah,
3 years.
Yeah, you Packer fans hated him.
I didn't. Again, I was too young at the time to fucking really know what was going on. I was just graduating high school, baby. Like, I was chasing pussy. Like, we just talked about this. But he sat behind Favre, right? And then finally gets a shot. Favre. And then does his thing, produces for 17 years. And then same thing they did with Jordan Love. They brought Jordan Love in, sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 to 4 years, played a couple games,
And
played
he's
like
having
dog
a great
shit.
year this year.
Exactly. So talking about throwing him like into the wolves, like maybe that is, if the Packers have had a dynasty quarterback for the last 30 years, they've only had 3 now. maybe that's the formula. Like bring him in, let him sit, see what's going
But-
on, throw him to the Wolves a couple games if they get hurt or whatnot, figure it out.
You also have to,
And it's luck.
Okay, well,
you know,
hey,
it is
let me ask you
it's
guys
luck,
this.
but it's also organizational. And I think you see
And Love wasn't huge and great in fucking college either. He
but
was okay.
I think you have to look at it as
like Utah State,
from
man.
an
Fuck.
organizational standpoint
Yeah.
in that certain organizations prioritize different things
They
in
need
certain
money.
ways.
Yeah, I hate Ted Turner in the office. Thank God he's gone.
So you think about these organizations and how they can either really help shit or they can really fuck shit up.
Right.
And so
Agreed.
and that's kind of one of those things where it goes into the organizational priorities and you can see it from the standpoint of the Packers. They've had 3 quarterbacks over like the last 30 years. The Bears have probably had 50.
Right.
Right.
Look at
So,
the Browns, dude.
you look at it like that and it's like, holy shit. You look at it from that perspective and it's, what does that organization prioritize? What do they want? But then you look at over those last year, over those last 30 years.
We only have fucking 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah. You look at that, but then you also look at like, you've had 3 quarterbacks. And then you look at a team like the Bears, how many fucking absolute banger like linebackers and
Right.
running backs have they had? So different organizations prioritize different things, and that's just kind of how it works, right? So there's different formulas that work, but at the end of the day,
If you're not winning,
if you're not winning,
fucking-
it doesn't
yeah.
matter, dude.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like how many times do we get to the playoffs and get bounced out?
Yep.
And look like shit when it happens too. Like, ooh man, like Niners fucking. whew. Tampa Bay, exactly, another one. But I don't know. It's interesting to see what happens, But you get your hopes up, and then every Sunday you get fucking. God damn it!
Yeah, but I mean, it's it's kind of one of those things where certain teams are pretty good every year.
Right.
And then there's certain teams that are dog shit every year, and one of the things I'd actually like to see in the NFL, I'd love to see them shake up the conferences.
Yeah, me
Switch
too.
some fucking teams around, dude. That fucking NFC South is such
Garbage,
booty
yeah.
cheeks every fucking year, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, here they are. Every team's fucking 8-7, and they're going for
How many
fucking-
times has the AFC just not had anybody besides 2 teams? Yeah. Like, I mean, the AFC's been garbage for 15, 20 years.
Yeah, switch
minus the Patriots, and then name me some other random one.
Yeah.
Like
Whoa.
who has a good year?
Whoa.
Seriously.
The Chiefs.
Well, now, but before, like minus the last 5 years, like before that, it was okay. The Patriots, obviously.
I'm pretty
And
sure
then
the
name me
Patriots have
Baltimore
proved-
had a run.
The Patriots-
Baltimore was,
Multiple
was
years.
tough,
The
but-
Patriots and the Colts were pretty
Yeah.
big battles.
I'm pretty sure
every
the
year.
Patriots have proved multiple years that the NFL is garbage.
Well, no, that's what he's saying.
That's
is
what I'm
that-
saying,
That's what
like-
he's saying is that like the AFC, it was pretty much a one pony show, and
Yeah.
it was the fucking Patriots. And the Colts were pretty good for a long time when
Yep,
Peyton
agreed.
Manning was there, right? But then, yeah, you look at it and it's just like, okay, cool. Like
They
it's
might
just,
do something. There
Yeah.
might be a wild horse out of
'Cause
here.
they-
but the NFC always had fucking powerhouses
They-
out of every conference some way.
they
Somewhere.
have they shook up the conferences. What 20 years ago? They changed the conferences because the
well, when they brought in the 2 expansion teams.
yeah, because the
2000, 2001?
Seahawks, the Cardinals, and those guys, they weren't in the same conference before.
All right, which conference since 2000 is the hardest conference?
The hardest.
What
Or
are you,
the
are you
best
talking?
conference?
Are you talking AFC, NFC, or are you talking like
NFC, AFC? Which
NFC?
conference?
NFC's always been the fucking.
Not even fucking
Yes, it
close.
has, dude. They're the ones that are beating the shit out of each other with, like, on the cusp trying to get in there.
Not even fucking close.
Who watches the AFC minus the Pats?
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, one of the 2 greatest.
Yeah, but you got to
fucking
remember
defense-
they only had a couple runs where they were good.
couple runs they
They were
ran
garbage. No, they
the
were just
fucking-
they were just beating people. Like, but they weren't like winning.
Name someone on the NFC.
Tell you what, name me a quarterback that played for Baltimore.
Joe
during-
Flacco.
No. Well, I guess that counts. I guess that
All
counts.
right,
All right,
well,
you got me.
Like
fucker.
I don't understand. Like the NFC's soft, bro. You guys are too soft. AFC just fucking murks all of you. Name me. Let me put it this way: how many Super Bowls has the NFC
just
won
gonna
versus the AFC? And I guarantee you, the AFC has way more Super Bowls. Right?
I don't think so.
You think so?
I don't think
You don't
so.
think so? I think so. I think the AFC has way more Super Bowls than the NFC.
Let's see here.
I know we got 6 with the Patriots. We got 2 with the Baltimore Ravens. We got 2 with the Chiefs so far, currently. We got 2 with the that's NFC.
Hold on. My hands are so cold I can't type.
That's hard though. Like, what would you guys do? Like, who's your favorite team, Eric? Like, who do you
The
root for?
NFC leads the AFC in wins 29-28.
Oh, damn.
So Tom Brady gave him the best shot, but
We're coming up right now. Like, all right, so who's your team? Like, who's your football team?
I'm a diehard Bears fan. Lifer.
that's why we talk the most shit to each other.
Fair enough. Like,
Well, not really talk shit anymore because
do I
mean, we
do I
dominated that division for 30 years.
as me as a Patriot fan, which I'm really not. I just shit on you guys. Do I have the right to vote for or root for whatever team he signs for? Chargers. Seattle.
Oh, gross.
no, dude,
I mean,
you stick with your fucking team.
Yeah,
Good or bad years. Look at this guy. He hasn't won shit in fucking 20 years. They're relevant, and then they're not. And they're
Okay,
relevant, and they're
okay.
not. And then
Fair
they're like,
enough.
oh, we got something. But
Fair
he's
enough.
diehard
I have stuck with my team.
He's got a fucking Bears thong on right now.
It was the Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies, and then your fucking football got in my way, and then I had to root for the team. That's how I got into football. By the way, it's like fucking.
Yeah, the most nationally televised fucking sport. Oh, we're gonna
Is it?
X-nay this fucking baseball game because no one gives a shit and there's no one in the stands. However, let's bring you some NFL. That's exactly how that
Speaking
went.
of NFL, do you see what the fucking Chiefs game's on tonight?
Is it on tonight? I thought
It's
it was.
only on fucking Peacock.
I thought it was Browns.
I thought they
versus-
fucking pushed it because it was too cold.
I have Peacock. If you guys want to watch it, I have Peacock.
It's on fucking whatever the game is that's on tonight is on fucking Peacock.
It was
This is
Bra-
stupid, dude.
it
I'm
was-
done with the fucking service. Let's talk about this.
No,
Let's
no,
move
the-
off this
Oh
fucking
yeah,
football
let's
thing.
talk about services.
Yeah, the Chiefs Dolphins game is only on Peacock.
I thought it was
That's
Browns Dolphins.
No, Browns
No.
played Texans.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I have Peacock. Yeah, I have it all, but I didn't know that. That's the other thing. Yeah,
Can we
let's-
fucking talk
let's
about-
talk about
all right,
this
let's-
shit?
yeah, we'll
I
go on
can
football
watch
for a
baseball
minute.
all day long.
This fucking service bullshit they got going on right now, it's getting out of control.
Oh my god.
I'm going back to cable, son. Like, this is stupid. I got fucking. I need to take a breath and fucking lay all these motherfuckers out.
You gotta,
I got-
you gotta get your opera voice ready.
I got fucking. It's my dick voice. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon,
Oh, Netflix don't play shit.
HBO. Okay. So, your 4 main bangers. You think that's good enough?
You didn't say Hulu.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Where's my football?
Where's Disney?
Hold on, I'm getting into it. Okay, 4 main bangers. Then I got Disney. Then I gotta have Discovery Plus because I want to watch some of the cool shit that's on there too.
What about Paramount?
Paramount's on there. I got
Okay.
Paramount and Discovery.
But you
Did
guys,
have Peacock, got rid of it. Now I'm stealing it like an American citizen does when people go, "Oh, I got to sign it." Like, "Oh yeah,
He
what
does
is
have
that?"
a pea-sized cock.
I know. You should see my cock with the peas. So I got all these motherfuckers going. Then you got fucking YouTube, and I got fucking. So now I got YouTube TV because I got to have YouTube TV to watch the fucking the package, so I can watch my NFL teams because I bought the NFL package because since Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets and the Jets were designed to fucking play off this year and go hard, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll watch some Aaron Rodgers, watch some Jordan Love, fuck on some shit, and then no, he gets hurt. And then
4 plays in.
so now I've got all this fucking streaming services and nothing good is on it. It fucking pisses me off.
soccer, Premier League.
Okay, anyways, let's talk about
The
American
Premier
sports.
League.
The Premier
the
League.
Premier League.
Dude, I love fucking soccer right now. Dude, I'm all about it. Like, I think America fucked up. We should have took on soccer and ran the fucking train.
I guarantee you, if we had the athletes that took the time, like the professional athletes we have in football, baseball, whatever, and they played
We
soccer,
would destroy the world in soccer.
it would be like the fucking dream team in basketball playing in the Olympics.
But
No, I
so-
don't think so. Though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it
fuck
would.
yeah.
It would be because if you look at it, soccer is like 4th in line for professional sports. So you look at that from a youth development perspective, and if 5 athletes are going to play sports, the fifth one, right? The last one is going to play soccer. The other four are going to play the other four sports that are bigger. So from that perspective, if you look at it, look at all these studs in the NFL, look at all these studs in the NBA, look at all these studs in baseball, look, and then it's a toss up between, well, no, it's probably hockey and then soccer. So
it's definitely hockey before soccer.
all of those.
I think soccer.
No, I like soccer.
I love soccer.
No, I'm not saying that. As a U.S. men's national team fan, it sucks because if we were like Germany or like these other countries where soccer was our main sport, we would fucking destroy everyone. But
Well, like those other countries aren't allowed to physically attack each other because they have a bylaw, like they've been at war with each other for so long. I'm making that shit up, but like it could be true. Like, but like I feel
Here,
like
let me explain this to you better. So I met
Like, I
my
feel
buddy
like-
from Wales.
why wouldn't like those countries aren't poor?
no,
Why wouldn't they take up like they have huge dudes?
Well, American
Why
football
wouldn't they
is
take
becoming
up football?
Okay, all right. Let me explain it to you.
Why wouldn't they not be like come over here and be like they already did it with basketball?
They do. They have that
There's
fucking running back
nobody's
for
recruiting
the Niners. Who,
nobody's recruiting fucking Americans
They
anymore.
do.
It's all
No, they
fucking
do.
European and
So
Asian
check this out,
kids.
Joe. They had a running back for the Niners who played rugby in Europe, or Australia,
rugby, yeah.
one of the two. But and he ended up playing NFL football just because he played rugby. Think about how crazy that. He never played football in his life.
Yeah.
On the NFL team, running the ball because he's a fucking rugby
Yeah, so
player.
they have soccer and rugby. So their big guys play rugby. They don't play football.
No, I understand
and
that.
then they do play football,
Football,
because
please.
there is an NFL academy in Europe, and the big guys like you're talking about, they go to the NFL academy.
Yeah, but I'm saying I agree with that, and I totally understand like
Well, here, let me finish the point. and I'll
the
explain, I'll explain it
physicality
for you.
part about it, but like I cannot name a football league that is worth more than a soccer league over there. So it's like it's crazy. Like with soccer,
here, let me
like
explain
why
it.
are we not doing soccer rather than football?
Because it's not popular here.
Because
do what's
we
popular.
broke away from the crown
Understandable,
for a
but-
reason.
Understandable, but like over there, it's like if
Remember
mo-
the Civil
if-
War?
If
Come on.
money drives shit, like
Yeah, but money drives shit, and
If it's
our
popular.
money is for football. Look at MLS versus the NFL. It's not even close.
we don't watch that shit. I understand that.
So that's why, like, and
That's why they can't start a football league over there because nobody cares.
Well, so
nobody
when I
gives
was
shit.
talking to Daniel from Wales, I asked him because I wanted to have this conversation with him when we were down in Mexico. I was like, so I understand soccer, football, is obviously huge over there, over in the UK and Wales and whatnot. I was like, but how, like, a parent is it? He goes, let me explain it to you. Like, you guys watch American football, you guys have basketball, you guys have hockey. Like, he named all the sports that we have in America. He's like, we all like that shit. He's like, but over here, he's like,
we fought each other.
that's exactly what it is. He goes, so our Wales team that plays these different UK clubs, he's like, by blood, these are our teams.
We
Like,
killed each
these
other.
are our teams. He's like, we grow up watching it from when we're fucking 2 with our parents. He's like, we don't pick other teams. It's like, I live in Seattle. I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan. They live in Wales. They're a Wales fan. Like, that's their team. Like, no matter what. Now,
Yeah,
they might
but-
like other clubs, but that's what they do. And that's all they preach. Imagine not having the option to turn on ESPN and go, oh, football, baseball, soccer, or whatever. It's soccer. Next channel, soccer. Next channel, oh, a little bit of wrestling. Soccer.
Well, and when you look
and that's
at-
it. And
and
that's
when you-
that
Well, I
they
thought it
live.
was because like they went to war with each other.
No, that was their main sport for hundreds of years. That's all they did. And then when America fucking started, popping its cherry and growing, it was all these different. We just lost Eric's camera. All these different
Beeping
things that were
red.
going on, and so we picked different sports, and that's all it was. And I think it has to do with the crown in general because they were playing soccer before, the fucking 1800s, obviously, and they were like, well, we're American, let's make up our own football, and they fucking made football. To me, and then they just dove on in because no one wanted to be part of the crown. It's a reach. I don't know if it's true, but it makes sense. Like, wow, we keep playing this game that we've played, or we can make a new game. And then football came around.
yeah, and
Which was the in between of rugby, which is hundreds of years old, thousands of years old, and soccer.
Fair enough.
However, will you plug his camera in?
It is plugged in. I was gonna say like we cut it there and like do an after hours, like no video, just mics, just go. How long have we been right now?
It's 5:50.
It's 1:24. We've been an hour and 24 minutes. Fine, we can sign off. That's what we do.
I don't
Eric,
know if I can.
I can't see you, but
I don't know.
you
If
got
I can
anything to
charge
say?
it.
Toodaloo.
Is that your sign off?
That's my sign
That's
off.
a sign off. Joe?
Sup, bitches? I missed you. I want to get in there. Ooh, I'm getting in there. You bend over. Ooh, yeah. There it is. 3 shots. I see it stamped on your fucking. Get stamped, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You want to throw any handles with that voice since you're already on it?
I'm back here with the handles. Apparently, 3 shots PC at X. Is it X now? Should be triple X. What we're putting up there. You know what I'm saying? 3 shots PC YouTube. Find us. Get us. Love us.
And there's that. All right. Fuck everyone. Bye.
What?